sociedade de consumo pop, estamos de volta. Esse é o Keeping Up with the Peixoto, o Daily Vlog no Quatro Coisas, onde todos os dias estamos aqui conversando sobre notícias, novidades, rumores, fofocas e confusões da cultura pop, sempre de olho no que é importante para você saber. Sou o Pablo Peixoto, youtuber que mais trabalha no Brasil, tá liberado a almoçar? E hoje temos um especial aqui no Daily Vlog, é um vídeo especial, porque eu tenho uma novidade para vocês. Eu entrevistei o diretor de Homem, Formiga e Vespa, Quantumania. O Payton me recebeu e respondeu 4 perguntas sobre as 4 coisas do canal. Uma coisa velha, uma coisa nova, uma coisa boa e uma coisa ruim sobre esse filme, sobre essa série de filmes, sobre a trilogia do Homem-Formiga, que se encerra agora com a chegada de Kang, o Conquistador, personagem de Jonathan Majors. Ele falou muito sobre todos os elementos desse filme, Kang, aspecto familiar, falou sobre o reino quântico, os desafios para fazer esse filme, e foi um papo muito legal, porque além das perguntas, eu também levei para ele. Você deve estar se lembrando aqui do Homem-Formiga Pirata que eu mostrei na Coisa Ruim, do Quatro Coisas sobre Vingadores, parte 2. Mostrei aqui uma action figure do Homem-Formiga que tinha pé de Homem-Aranha, cabeça de Jack Chan, tinha capacete do Homem-Formiga, tinha, sei lá, o Nathan Fillion na embalagem, porque na época tinha um rumor de que o Nathan Fillion ia ser o Homem-Formiga. Na época ainda o Edgar Wright, o Payton nem tinha entrado ainda. Tudo que pode ter de errado você vai ver nesse aqui. Ele é fechado com grampo. Pra começar, você vai reparar aqui que não é o Paul Rudd que é o Homem-Formiga, é o Nathan Fillion. Acontece que o Nathan Fillion tinha sido cogitado para o papel de Homem-Formiga. A cabeça, ela é o Jack Chan. Sério, não tô brincando, é o Jack Chan. Segundo, as botas são do Homem-Aranha. Erraram de homem, o Homem-Formiga é uma bota do Homem-Aranha. E tem isso aqui no peito, que é o X-Men, ó. Por que ele faz barulho de metralhadora se o Homem-Formiga não tem metralhadora? Porque ele vem com uma bazuca. Ah, é o Jack Chan, mas ele tem um capacete. Claro, o Homem-Formiga tem o seu capacete. Seria tudo bom se não fosse o capacete do Homem de Ferro. E digo mais, só tem a para frente. Você tomar um tiro na nuca, já era. Vamos colocar aqui. Ah, quer mais? É desproporcional e não cabe. E ele recebeu o brinquedo. E eu sempre levo essas maluquices para as pessoas que eu encontro, que eu entrevisto. Eu levei o filme dos Trapalhões no Planalto dos Macacos pro Andy Serkis, levei a máscara do Punho de Ferro pro Finn Jones, uma máscara de papel para o Tom Holland. Então eu sempre levo essas surpresas para os meus entrevistados e para quem eu vou encontrar. E dessa vez não foi diferente. O Payton recebeu aquele bonequinho lá do Quatro Coisas dos Vingadores. Vamos ver qual foi a reação dele e a entrevista? Já. Segura aí. Hello, I'm from Quatro Coisas channel. Excellent. Something old, something new, something hard, something cool. And I have 4 questions for you. Okay. First, the old thing. What classic elements from the comics we can expect in this movie?
Well, I think, in the comics, they spent a decent amount of time in the comics called the microverse. And in our movie, of course, the quantum realm. That's a big thing in this movie, is that our heroes very quickly find themselves in the quantum realm, which we had to sort of create and design all the worlds and everything. And as a kid reading those comics, whether it was in Ant-Man or Fantastic Four or any of the things where they would go down and shrink down and go subatomic, that always excited me. Because it was interesting, like we could be sitting here and somewhere like in your fingernail or something is this entire subatomic universe. I was always obsessed with that idea. So to get to do that, in a Marvel Cinematic Universe movie and do it really, really on a grand scale is exciting. So that's something from the comics that I think you could expect.
Now, hard thing or weird thing. Not as weird as this crazy Ant-Man action figure bootleg. Looks like Jackie Chan.
It looks like Jackie Chan, or it looks like...
and the package was Nathan Fillion. So
it looks like Bones from Star Trek.
And comes with this helmet, this Iron Man helmet that doesn't fit.
That's what it came in there? You bought this? You paid good money for this.
Yeah. It's a gift for you.
I love
Show
it.
the Paul words, if you please.
Paul, this looks exactly like you. I'm going to show it today. Thank you.
Don't forget the helmet. And the hardest thing about doing these movies?
I think the hardest thing about doing this movie was this was really, we were doing it on a grand scale, so we had to come up with different ways to use technology to create the quantum realm, to make it really feel exciting and different, and we had to create the different laws of physics in the quantum realm and the different internal logic, and really make it visually exciting and gigantic. We shot a lot of this movie in IMAX, so that was the hardest thing about this movie, even as compared to the other two Ant-Man movies. We really do a lot in terms of scale.
It's bigger and
at the same time. That's right.
And the best thing about doing these pictures?
The best thing about doing these pictures for me is the fact that we get to do them. I mean, it wasn't long ago, 8 years ago, we started shooting the first Ant-Man. And at that point, we weren't sure. It was like, are people going to accept Ant-Man as a character? It's ridiculous. He talks to ants and shrinks down. What is that? And we made a compelling case for it. It was really fun. And, at the center of it is Paul Rudd, right?
I had a friend who was like, oh, he talks to ants?
Yeah, what is that?
He's a friend of ants?
Yeah.
Eu gosto de formiga, mas não entendo a vantagem de você ser brother das formigas.
And Paul is the one, I think, who makes it all, because he acknowledges the absurdity of it, but he also really commits to it. And Paul and I always bonded about the idea that Scott Lang, he's not a super scientist, he's not a billionaire, he has no superpowers. It's all about that suit and that technology, and it makes him extremely relatable. So he doesn't always, he reacts to situations in the way that you or I might in the movie. And I think for audiences, that's something, it really puts them right at the center of it.
Great. Last but not least, what's the newest thing? What can expect with this movie never seen before in Marvel Universe?
Well, clearly the newest thing in this movie is Kang the Conqueror.
High purple blitz.
Yeah, yes, exactly. He's like, Kang's a force of nature in this movie. And he comes in and sort of, I think people think of the Ant-Man movies as like, oh, this is kind of lighthearted and fun. And it is lighthearted and fun. That hasn't changed.
It's a contrast.
But then they're coming into conflict with this character who is so incredibly powerful. And maybe the most powerful force in the multiverse. And they feel like they might be out of their league. And we also find out in the movie, because the movies are about family, the Ant-Man movies, and this one sort of taps into some of the secrets that family members might keep from other family members. So I think
related a lot.
I think everyone, I think everybody relates to it. And that was one of the things that really appealed to us is like, how do we introduce this powerful villain, but also give them a personal connection with him?
Great. Thank you for your time.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. And thank you for this.
Yeah, it's yours.
Where did you find this?